Okay. All right, in all reality, guys, my name is Emma, and I work at BPN, and we're a creative agency here in Portland, Oregon. And BPN has been around for about 37 years, and since day one, we've always held on to the belief that the best brands always tell the best stories. So from our office windows in downtown Portland, we have this amazing view of Oregon's Mount Hood territory, which really is just a fancy name for Clackamas County, but bear with us. So as much as we love looking at it, we love going there even more. And that's awesome for us because the territory, as we call it for short, also happens to be our client. And the beauty of this place, other than it's obviously super beautiful, is the sheer number of things you can do there. Way more things than I can appropriately explain in this 20-second slide. But it offers what we like to call at BPN a three-dimensional travel experience. And this idea of 3D travel, this is what we use to attract people to come to the territory, which you can see here. This is one of our 2014 brand campaign ads. But our client really needed help luring people from outside of the territory, people who might not have any experience to the amazingness that is this place that all of us here get to enjoy every weekend if we choose. So we handpicked cities around the United States to invest the brand in, based on a few pieces of criteria. One, that they had direct flights to Portland, and two, that they shared our similar culture. So obviously first on the list was our beer-drinking, outdoor-loving friends to the south in Austin, Texas. So Mount Hood territory is all about this 3D experience. So our campaign needed to reflect that, but it also needed to speak to people directly in Austin. So if you've ever been to Texas, you know that it feels pretty much like this picture looks, especially in the summer. It is crazy, crazy, crazy hot there. So we did an integrated campaign in Austin that showed the huge array of activities you can do in the territory, but this time we paid special attention to the things that were a little bit more refreshing, like this. So real quick, a little piece of advertising vocab. Some of us may have heard the term integrated campaign thrown around before, but does anyone even know what that means? Probably not. So basically, an integrated campaign is involving a lot of different kinds of media to reach your audience in a lot of different ways. So for example, that's digital, social media, experiential, and of course, outdoor advertising. So in addition to these billboards, we wanted to do something outside that people could easily interact with. So when we learned that pedicabs were a super popular way of getting around in Austin, we wanted to use that. So we got together with a local company in Austin, and we built a fleet of custom covered wagon style pedicabs. So each cab, we did these cool custom wheel covers that made it look like they were on a wagon. We wrapped them in our brand campaign ads and, of course, did the covers. And in case you're wondering, this guy here is not part of the campaign. That's what we like to call in advertising as added value. So then we went ahead and put these cool Viewmasters inside of each cab. And each Viewmaster had some of our best photography from the territory. Of course, the end of the Oregon Trail, Timberline Lodge, Trillium Lake, numbers of vineyards and orchards and all the things that you can do there. Then we did these really cool postcards, and everyone who rode in the cab got a postcard, and on the back they read as follows. Thousands of pioneers risked their lives to see this place in person, but lucky for you, it's hard to get dysentery or a snake bite on a direct flight. So join us in the sunny Northwest, signed Oregon's Mount Hood territory. So this experience was so popular that we actually got an extra month from our media vendor at no cost to our client. So all of this cool messaging had to go somewhere. So we created a landing page specifically for this campaign. And what was great about this is instead of sending our consumer straight to our general website, we were able to keep talking specifically to our consumer in Austin, as you can see from the headline. And because the territory is so beautiful and so photogenic, we really wanted to use social media on this landing page. So we synced the popular hashtag OMHT with the landing page so our viewers in Austin could get a real-time sense of this 3D experience. So, and when it was all said and done, we had over 6,000 people visit. So we also wanted to include a contest. So we had this idea to do an Oregon's Mount Hood territory themed scavenger hunt that ran straight through the heart of Austin. And to pull that off, we partnered with two of Austin's most popular radio stations, BOB, FM, and 101X. And with their help and our magical advertising powers, we were able to get over 80 teams signed up to compete in this scavenger hunt for a trip to Oregon's Mount Hood territory. So, like I said from the start, BPN is all about telling our clients' stories in the best way possible. And one way you can measure how well you're doing that is through data. So what happened? First of all, we know that we made a big impact on awareness of the territory in... Hold on. Hello? Hello. So the estimated reach of our Facebook advertising was about 200,000 people, which is actually about 25% of the total population of Austin. And we also know that we actually got people to do stuff, which is really all that matters. And we look back at how many people were coming to our website from Austin during the campaign and found a 3,200% increase from the previous year at the same time. And even better, a 4,600% increase from July alone. So the interesting part, too, was that how people were getting to this landing page. The highest percentage of people visiting our landing page came without referral. What that means is people saw the campaign out in the world and then went and physically typed that URL into their browser by their own devices. So what this tells us is that we were able to cut through the noise and inspire our audience to actually do something. And at the end of the day, that's all that really matters to our clients, and of course, all that really matters to us. So thank you all for taking the time to listen.